I talk about one of the keys to success for me has always been perspective. I come from nothing, and I had nothing, and I was able to build it into something. And part of what has helped me get where I am is that I never lose perspective. I mean, I've traveled the world. I've been to China more times than I can count, but I've been to Africa. I've been to the poorest places on the planet. Add that to how I was raised, and I never lose that perspective no matter how hard life gets. How much does perspective play in your success and in your experience?
It's so important. I mean, I'll never forget where I come from. And like you just said, you were in Africa. My experience of Africa isn't the safari or isn't Zimbabwe or Cape Town. It's the huts that I went to. It's
Yeah.
watching a family of 14 people be happy, be filled with love without running water or electricity, but yet surviving. And you learn so much when you meet people like that. We're so fortunate for what we have and the opportunities, but yet so many of us aren't happy, aren't content, aren't working hard. And I love what you say in the video about you. You know, you got to do it. Nobody's going to hand it to you. You got to go get it. Of
Yeah.
course, there's a million reasons why you can't do it, but you have to believe. So having a good perspective, remember where you're coming from, and never let your success change who you are.
Yeah, that's important. Also, I got a story for you. You said huts in Africa. I was way in the east part of South Africa, and I was heading out, and we go through town after town, and unemployment. This is a couple of years ago, and unemployment's, they say it's 50%. It's probably closer to 70%. And as you go through these towns, there's just hundreds, if not thousands, of largely men just sitting around. And the guide that I had with me is a native down there. And I said, tell me about it. He said, oh, this isn't poverty. And, to us watching people sitting around on the sidewalk, that's poverty. He said, oh, no. And so he took me to the huts, and they went on. I remember very, very well. I have pictures. I think we did a video on it way back. And these huts are tin huts, like you said. They're corrugated sheet metal. They're about 15 feet, maybe 20 foot square, not very big, dirt floor. And they went on for as far as the eye could see. And the guy had set this up, and there was a lady that kind of represents the group, if you will. And she's like the mother to everybody. And so I got introduced to her, and she made me wait as over by the car after we pulled up in front of her hut so she could sweep the dirt floor because she wanted her house to look perfect for this guest. And as I went in, I don't know I've ever seen somebody more proud of their house, which was her and her 5 kids and 2 brothers. I think there was like 9 of them living in this place. And literally, it's just sleeping on the ground, but all the bedrolls were rolled up. It had to have been 100 degrees in there. I mean, it was 100 plus degrees outside. But she could not have been more proud of what she had. I mean, the toilet's in the corner. It's a 5-gallon bucket that they walk 2 miles, where the truck comes by twice a day to pick it up. I not only do I not forget the poverty that I saw, but probably more so the pride that she had in what would be an outhouse by our standards.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love to travel. I
Yeah.
love to see the world, and you really just appreciate what we have. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people here who don't.